Well, hello, and how are you doing? Yeah, I just realized my mic was on mute. Apologies. Um, so here's the thing. I was working like a madman for the last, I don't know how many days. Spent most of the weekend trying to get the new studio built. And it is, for the most part, largely built. It's not entirely completed, and I'm just trying to get this other camera up so I can swap out the visual so you can see some of how the new studio looks. Let me just do a transition there. And I think I have, it's not entirely working. For some reason, one of my cameras just won't turn on this evening. I don't know why. It's, technology can be very frustrating, but here's a slight visual. So there's the studio, there's the background, there's the outdoors. And let's just migrate over back to the primary camera, which is me in a somewhat lime booth. I say somewhat lime booth because I did buy some lime paint, and I started to, as you can see, paint up the room. And this is a collapsible isolation booth, and it will hopefully help with minimizing some background noise. And thus far, the testing I've done on it has been pretty impressive. Now, that being said, it's a far cry from, perfect or even, proper, but here we are. And I'm happy to say that I think this is going to work out well. It's not, again, it's not fully developed yet, but I will do my best to try and get this up and operational for next Monday. And I apologize that yesterday I wasn't able to do that. So you hear my chair creaking. One second. It's been a super busy few days. I spent the weekend deconstructing and reconstructing, and I've realized that there's still many things that I need to do. I'm missing monitors. I'm missing some additional accoutrement, and I need to buy proper hinges so that I can collapse the booth later, and obviously finish painting it so I can present a background that I want you to see, which will in all likelihood be the original background. So I'll go over there, take a photo, and substitute it, something with some lights and stuff. And I do have, of course, lighting to go into the back of this booth, but I just haven't had time to get it all set up yet because I still have to move some stuff. And so I apologize that this is not 100% ASMR, and it's not 100% mental health. Although, weirdly enough, I think probably I'm discussing my mental health because of the toll it's taken on me to try and get this together for you to be in a presentable fashion. And I'm not satisfied with it, and as a result, I'm a little scronkly. And for those of you who might not be familiar with the term scronkly, it was invented by my beloved partner, Bridget. And it means sort of messed up, out of control, bizarre, scronkly. It's scronkly. And as a result, I'm a little scronkly right now because I still need so much time to get this all done. I'm behind on 4 different projects right now, along with my day job, which keeps me the busiest, and although that's going very, very well, there's things there that I need to get taken care of. And I'm just simply, blindly, maybe that's not the right term. I'm exhausted. So tired. But here's the most important thing. I knew I needed to be here this evening. And not just for you, but I needed to be here for me. Because, the stress involved with any sort of move, even though it's just from one room to another, the amount of work that's done to do it, especially when you're dealing with a ton of technology, as I am. And there's a lot of technology involved here. And some of it I'm still trying to incorporate because it's sitting off to the side. It's not even fully tied in yet, but I've been able to make do with what I have. But I want to get everything tied in for the first time in forever, number one. And number two, I want it to be clearly a satisfying show, a satisfying production, a satisfying ASMR. I want to be able to whisper and speak in a low tone and talk to you about the things that I find sometimes troubling and the methods that I use to try and get better, if you will, and mostly fail at, but that's okay. Failure. Look, there's no such thing as failure. You either learn or you grow. And you don't fail. And even when you don't succeed, like I said, you learn or you grow. There's sirens going off in the background. I don't know if you can hear them or not. I'm hoping that some of the technology I've enabled on my console is eliminating that. I'll just let's see if I can get that a better image there. Let's see, I'll just adjust a camera and do a down tilt so that you can see some of the gear. I'll just do a quick transition here. You'll be able to see some of the gear that I'm using. That's not everything. And that's a lens cloth, and there's my glasses. I actually have 2 more mixers I need to incorporate into the space, and I don't know if it's going to go to the right or to the left. Let's just adjust that camera a little bit. You can sort of see what I'm doing there. That's the edge of this mic. I got lots of space now on this desk, where the other one I didn't have as much space. And the funny thing is, I have all this newfound area to work with, and I don't quite know what to make of it, because I've not had it before. It was like, okay, manage this, manage that, twist this, move that, adjust this. And now I find myself in a position of, this is good. Let's try and figure out a way to make this work. You can tell my voice is a little harsh this evening. I've been sneezing my head off, and I had a coughing fit earlier. It's not COVID. I had a lozenge that I accidentally swallowed, and let's just say it was a very strong lozenge, and it made me have a coughing fit, and yeah, I'm sure it freaked a few people out, but it was not, it's not the start of the pandemic, and most people are like, I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, but it was not. I don't have COVID. Let's put it that way. But I do, I do understand how a coughing fit in a public place today in 2023 is different than one in, say, this time in 2019. 2019, people were like, "Are you okay? Can I get you something?" And 2023, people are kind of like, let me just, and walk away from you. Even interesting when I find the people who think masks don't work suddenly start to do this when I see somebody coughing, which I find odd. We'll leave it at that. I don't want to get mean. I don't want to pick on anybody, and I definitely am not going to get political on this show because this show is not about political stuff. It's about mental health. And if you find yourself suffering, if you find yourself wanting for company and community and a group of people who can sit and talk and listen, you may have come to the right place. Maybe this isn't for you. Maybe this is too much for you. Here's the thing, though. If you come here, you are welcome to sit and listen, and you don't ever have to say a thing. You are not required to share, and I will never ask you to do so. It's me sharing. Whether you choose to do so or not is entirely up to you. And I would never, ever, ever ask you to do that. You're free to if you wish. That's what the chat is for. But in all honesty, I don't want anybody to do anything they're not comfortable with. I want you to sit, relax, and enjoy what I can do. I find myself to be very, very tired this evening, and I apologize. I'm not 100%. I'm not who I want to be this evening. I am running under a tremendous amount of stress and strain, most of which is put upon myself by myself, because I kind of run very strict timelines on myself. If I have stress, it's because I've chose to have it. Quite literally, it's not. It's not induced or levied by anyone else. So anyway, I'm going to take my leave now because I'm completely exhausted. I need to go to bed, and I apologize. I know the last few weeks have not been good, and this show was kind of rushed, and I apologize for that. I didn't really have a lot to speak about, and, I'm in a semi-constructed booth. It's not even fully done yet. It's not ready for public consumption for the most part, but I didn't want to leave anybody hanging, and I was hoping that maybe, just maybe I could find a way to help somebody this evening. And helping somebody makes me feel better about me. I don't know if that makes any sense to you or not, but it's logical in my world. It's logical. Okay. I will take my leave, and I apologize. I know this is a little short. I know it was short notice, and I know it was not up to my usual standards, but I didn't want to let anybody down this evening, so I thought I would pop in for a little bit in a half-constructed booth and just try and give you as much as I could. And I hope it was enough, and I hope it was able to help somebody this evening. See you soon. Take care.